Here it is again. So that's sent again, Maria. Okay, so you got an invite.
There we go. Sorry.
Yes.
No, do you know what it is? You have I do apologize, people. I am so sorry. Oh my Lord. Sorry.
It's my fault.
I do apologize. I had to rotate the screen in order to see it, so that's what it was.
Yeah, I should have. I didn't train you in well enough anyway. It's my fault.
No, I do apologize. And I do apologize to everybody out there.
Your camera is sideways. See if you can get...
There we go. There. Yeah?
Go again.
Yeah?
It's upside down now, I believe.
Oh, for God's sake. There we go. There we go.
There you go. And it's a bit blurry, but you can see...
It's grand. It's grand.
Yeah, I got it. Yes. I don't like giving up. I don't like it. I fucking hate it. I was like, we keep going. We get this shit.
We got there in the end. We got there in the end. So I was just saying to the guys about the whole technical glitch, and this is our first time kind of doing it, guys. So thanks for bearing with us. It hasn't been easy. It's been a bit of a struggle for me even to get online tonight. But we're here. And as I said, you know, thank you for everybody that's been so patient and that has joined us for our first live session. And yes, Sue, a little bit of comedy will be tonight. The comedy is already done and dusted now, so we're not going back to the comedies. This now gets real.
As I always like to say, you know, get the awkward stuff out the way, make a mockery of yourself. Get it out the way. It's gonna happen. You know, if you're gonna stand there live on a camera, you're gonna embarrass yourself. Just get it out the way. A bit of comedy like that too. See, I have my phone on this in the drawer, so I can't see everything. I have my phone here. Yes, how are things, Maria? How are you?
I'm good. I was just telling the guys earlier that obviously we wanted to kind of, you know, to come online, to show the faces behind the page, that it's not just like, you know, put up posts and everything else. So I think this is a really, really good way for the guys to see who it is that's actually involved in the page and the community. And it was just like about, you know, my first time, kind of how I met you, which was through training, through your gym. And as I said, I've gained so much experience from that. So I just thought it was really, really good that we come on tonight, just share a bit of experience, just to let the guys see who we actually are as people instead of just a profile picture and so forth. So that's kind of the idea around tonight, guys.
That's right. I was going to mention that. I said probably we start off, since obviously me and you are quite busy in this group, and you're doing a great job, by the way. Like the amount of help you're giving these people. Hope you guys appreciate, what Maria is doing for you. But she's doing a great job. And I was gonna, I did think we should start off letting them know, like, how do we know each other? Where do we meet? Why are we together in this group, working as a team? So that's right. I used to run a gym, not locally, in the town that I live in. And because obviously, like, we have people from Bosnia on this and everything, which is really cool. Now, we actually have some of my family watching, and they won't understand. So maybe sometimes I'll speak a bit of Bosnian. But yeah, Maria used to be a client at my gym. And I'm not saying this because it's in front of Maria, but Maria was my favorite client. Maria was my client of the year at one stage that I picked, all right? Because what they do nowadays, and I've seen it here, what they do nowadays, I'll probably try and look at the camera a bit. It's awkward, it's a bit to one side. What I've seen these days, what trainers do, right? Because they don't have the balls, I'll just say it, right? To pick their own client of the year. They let their members pick client of the year. So, you know, the members pick, listen, as a personal trainer, you pick your own client of the year. You know who the client of the year is. So Maria was the client of the year once, and I had, what did I have, 6 clients that year?
Yeah, I think it skimmed to 7 that year, actually. No.
Oh my God.
All joking aside. All joking aside.
It was literally around 60. It was, but still. But it was probably about 70%. And another person for males was David Kearns. He's in this group. He's fairly quiet, but he was on the other day a little bit. Right, so originally what we wanted to do here today was Maria was going to play like a host, and I was going to be like a guest. But there's no shutting me down. As you can see, I don't mind talking, so I want to let Maria do a bit more, and then Maria will ask me a few questions. So obviously, I just kind of touched up, and I said, you guys know how we met. Maria trained with me for what, maybe 2 years, Maria?
Yeah.
Was it about 2 years?
Yeah.
She used to come first to the classes. So I'd come up and she'd be there in her Mini Cooper, red Mini Cooper, to this day. It was just the other day that me and Sue were, it was literally a little while ago on a motorway, and we see a red Mini Cooper like yours. And we just look at each other and we go with Maria. Like, we have that memory of your nice car.
But that's the thing, when you enjoy doing something, Adam, you know, you make the effort. And that's what I used to do when I used to go and train. I love training with you guys, with Sue as well. And as I said, I've gained so much experience, and I was really excited that you actually asked me to be a part of this community as well, because even though I'm not a trained professional, I kind of know enough in order to give advice and stuff like that. And I just thought it was a great thing for me, and just a great community to get involved in, you know, and a great platform for people. And it's not all about us, it's about everybody engaging, everybody giving their own engagement and their own piece, and we're here to support and help one another. So that's the reason kind of why we wanted to do this summit.
And they need it. People don't know how fake the fitness industry is. I don't care. This is, if you truly want to help people, like when it comes to health and fitness, you have to come out and say, fitness is fake. It's very corrupt. Like, you know, people are trying to do the wrong thing. I don't want to get into a rabbit hole now. I don't want this to be like a rant about fitness, but this will keep coming out. I will keep saying this. So, you know, people come into our group, we want to help, but if they're not willing to make an effort, our hands are tied. There's nothing we can do. I keep looking at Maria. I hope there's a nice image. It doesn't look, because when I turn sideways, the nose, I don't want my bad side.
My eyes are going this way, and that I can't even look at the camera.
So, you know, when people come into this group, we want to help. Yeah. But if they think, like, you know, they'll come in, like, if, you know, you come into a new group and you assume we have these secrets, you know, we're going to give you something amazing. It doesn't exist. I can't give it to anyone. If it did, if I had a magic wand now, I swear, I'd help everybody out. Why wouldn't I? It doesn't exist. I have to put the work in every day. Maria puts the work in. My wife puts the work in. Like, literally, I swear, like, this is hard stuff, hard work. But the beauty is that it's worth it. Anyways, I'll shut up for a bit, and I guess I'll see what kind of questions Maria has, and we can answer a few questions now. If you guys, sorry, I missed a good few comments here, because this has been messy, you know, to be honest. I don't think we have. We'll have a look at the end, maybe. If there is, if you guys have a question, ask away, and then maybe at the end we'll have a look and answer it really quickly, as we want to do a few questions as well. So
just to answer your question, Andy, no, I never got a prize. It was all just what was that? A clap of the hands. There was no prizes involved. So I'm still waiting on that prize, Adam. Just saying. Okay, I'm getting back to this. All right. So, just Adam, just tell me.
No, wait. There was a prize. There was a free membership. Yes.
Was there?
Yes.
Okay. Maybe I forgot about that. Okay.
I don't want you guys doing me like that. Not that bad. There was.
Apologies, guys. Apologies. I take it back. He's the
small prize.
Right. Okay. We're getting back to this session tonight, guys. So, Adam, tell us a little bit about yourself, about your history.
My history, in regards to what exactly?
In regards to your life.
To my life.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I did say deep would be good. I like deeper conversations, obviously, especially. But so yeah, that you definitely went in. I thought you were going to start off with, guys. Keep on. I don't know any questions that she's going to ask. Maria asked, do you want to know? I said no. I'd rather be asked and then think in front of you. So it's actually real. I don't want to script things. Anyways, I hate scripting shit. So a little bit about my life. So I come from Bosnia. So I'm not Irish. Like, obviously the people that know me know this, but for most of you. So I come from Bosnia. I came here in 1997. to Dublin, which is going on to 24 years now. So this is my home now. I fucking love this country. This is definitely my new home. I feel like a stranger when I go back to Bosnia nowadays. I grew up here. So I moved here in '97. A war broke out in my country. And, you know, me and my brother, we were like on the front line when, you know, like fighting. I wish, it's a joke. It would be a cool story. I wish I was on the front line. It'd be a cool story. No, I was literally like 8 or 9 years of age when the war broke out. But I've seen shit, you know, it was a war, you know, like I see neighbors' gaff houses blow up and shit like that. You know, I've seen things like the town that I come from got taken over, you know, by Serbia. We were on a border, so just to fill in a little bit. So my town got taken over while I was living in it. So I've seen shit like, I've seen people move into your own town. And then, you know, listen, I've seen shit when it comes to that. So it wasn't great, but listen, you're never a victim in life. It's all this, I believe it's how you handle it, you know. A lot of this can make you tougher. I find a lot of this, I abuse as fuel. I don't think it's done me, you know, like much harm, you know. So anyways, I came in 1997, and yeah, is that okay there? Have you got any other questions that kind of I can delete after this? Or?
I just wanted to see what kind of, you know, what kind of enticed you, because sometimes a lot of people say that's their background that entices them more to get into fitness.
Keep going.
So, he's gone. Like, come on, Adam. Come on now.
Yeah, I'm just going to get, are we still on?
Yeah, they're still here. The reason why I asked that question, because just sometimes it is the case that there's a lot of things in people's backgrounds why they choose the field that they go into. And I'm just wondering, was there anything in your background that got you into fitness, or was it just something that you wanted, you know, something that you wanted to gain more experience and wanted a profession in?
Yeah, so how I started the fitness basically now. Yeah, so like I've always liked sports, right? So I know it's in my genetics. There's no doubt, like, you know how it is. Like whenever someone does something and they're passionate about that and they really fucking love it, right? Sorry about the F-bomb. But some of it is genetics, I believe. You know what I mean? Like I know a lot of people in the gym that be there for 5, 10, 8, 7, 8 years, right? You ask them how many sets they're doing that week for certain muscle group, they have no idea. They don't give a shit. I'm not saying they should. I'm not saying they should, but I'm saying there's some things are genetics. The reason why I'm so passionate about this, I believe a lot of it is genetics. I know this for a fact. I've always liked sports. So like when I started training, like I started even a little bit, Maria, as a kid. I was only like 15. When my mother bought me like Argos bench, she bought it out of Argos, a little Argos bench press. So I had this fucking thing in my living room when I was 15, my living room, and I was bench pressing, like, you know, lightweight weights, right? I was only about 15. And then my brother, I remember my brother would come in, I have an older brother, he's 5 years older than me. So I was about maybe 14. So he would be about 19, 20 at that stage, right? And he'd come into the living room after a night out with his friend, like drunk, right, tipsy, and he'd be like, "What are you doing?" "Oh, they're lifting weights," right? And I was like a little teenager, and I'd be like, they'd be like, "What are you doing?" I'd be in the living room, and they'd be like, I'd say, "Come on, have a go, you know, can you get 20?" And at that stage, I was already a little stronger than my brother and his friend, so I was like feeling good about it. And these were like 19, 20-year-olds, and I was like 14, 15, you know, so already, but I wish I kept going. I didn't. So that was only a little bit. That wasn't serious. I stopped later. You know, I like a lot of people, I kind of got into, I didn't live a healthy lifestyle from, I'd say, 16 okay-ish, but probably from like 18, 19 to about 22. So that wasn't serious training. I didn't train serious till 15. It's only a little bit. And I started properly seriously training when I was 22 years, about 22, 23, early 20s. So you'd know this, and many others that know me would know. So I piled on the weight. I kind of just did whatever. I didn't train. I didn't do anything physical. I was hanging around my mates. smoking, drinking, doing all the fun stuff, if you like. And the weight just kept coming on and coming on. And at first I didn't give a shit. Like, I was joking about it. Oh, you know, a bit of fat, yeah, you know, like, you don't give a shit. You know, you're a man, whatever, and you don't. But eventually, it did get to a stage where I did give a shit, where I was wearing clothes to hide, freaking titties and whatever, and I was sweating, and I'd see a picture of myself after a night out. I think I was about 20, I was definitely about 22, 23. I seen a picture of me and Sue, then girlfriend, right? And here she is, blonde, sexy, great shape, right? And here's me across my arms, a mess. You know, I went up to 106 kilo, and I was just fat. I didn't have any muscle. I wasn't training. And, you know, I said, then, look, I'm gonna go, like, I'm gonna change this. I didn't even, like, it was just like, okay, that's it. You know, I guess I have that genetic, if I could compliment myself. I know you won't. So I said to myself, that's it. I looked at this one photo, but it was a build-up, but I remember this will always be with me. I looked at a photo and said, fuck this, that's it, it's over. So I joined the gym, and then I started training, and the rest is history. So 22, 23 is when I started training. Within 3-4 months, Maria, I lost all the weight. I went in cold turkey. Like, to this day, if my clients say, Adam, how do I do this? How do I do that? I say, work your way in, work your way in. I didn't do that, but it's not for everyone. I never regained weight back. I never did it. But that's.
But I suppose people get to the point where, you know, like that, if they do look at a photo or if they do look at something that they don't like the look, they don't like what's looking back at them, you know. So this is the whole reason why that we're just doing as well what we're doing, is because just helping people along the way and supporting them. And that's a great example, Adam, just because the fact that you've had true experience, you know, and from that experience you've gained so much from that, and you've given so much as well to people, which is absolutely fantastic.
Thank you. Wow, very nice compliment. And nowadays I see trainers who are 19, 20 years of age making videos, 5 things I wish I knew when I started training. I'm like, oh my God, when you start, 10 things I wish I knew back in the day when I was, you know, I was like, fuck it, now, like, give yourself a few years, son, you know.
But it's never too late to learn, and it's never, you know, that kind of way, it's never too late to change how we are. And, you know, there is so many younger people out there. The younger generation nowadays are more fitness aware. It was in my days that we weren't fitness aware. We ate everything, we smoked, we drank. So that's the whole thing. So yeah, so it's where it's not
like 600-700 pounds. Sorry, it was like I couldn't afford that when I was fucking 16 years of age. Are you kidding me? 600 pounds. What? Where am I gonna get that money?
I know. So that's what I'm saying. So it is. It's really, really great that, like, and it just shows people that you don't need to be young. You can change your way, your lifestyle, no matter what age that you are. But like that, it needs to be the case that, you know, you want to change that lifestyle and have that better. And if it even is just walking, getting that little bit of exercise in, whatever it is going to make a difference. Okay, moving on to the next one, right?
Absolutely. You have to have the bit where you want it. You have.
Absolutely, absolutely. So how long have you been a personal trainer, Adam?
So we're looking at, so about 20, I'd say 23. I don't know exactly now. Must look it up this year. But I'd say at 23 or 4. No more, because I moved here at 25. I had my cert then. 23, 24. It all started quick. It's about 23, 24.
Brilliant.
So I'm 36 now. So that's it's about 12 years, 13. It's a long time.
But like, it is a long time. You know, you're showing your age, but like, I didn't want to know your age there. We don't want to know your age.
But it's just absurd. There's so much more to learn, especially nowadays. Like they're handing out certs online now and everything. And I mean, I'm not, you know, bashing anything. You know, fair play to the kids for getting out and getting educated. It's especially in something like this. But nowadays, it's just being handed out too easy. You know, I had to do a bit of work for it. You know, even like I just did a 6-month course, but like that was a lot tougher to what majority are doing now, you know? They do like 4 weeks now and stuff like that, you know?
Yeah.
And next thing, you're a fitness instructor, you know? It's easy now. But then it was harder. I had to dance to music and everything to get that freaking thing.
And come here, what type of fitness instructor are you? What would your style of training be to a client?
I started off kind of having this idea for everyone. Like, this is what you should do. And I evolved. I changed. Now I'm someone that wants to know what your goal is, 100%. And listen, I know this sounds simple, but people don't. Not everyone thinks like this. We know best. I know what's good. Shut up. This is what you do. So now that's changed. Now it's all about the client. If I think a girl should grow some glutes, right, legs, and she thinks she shouldn't, I don't give her a program, or I don't tell her. I don't give her advice. It's what you want, which is why when someone asks me, like, do I need to, do cardio to lose fat? Do I have to? I say no, because scientifically, like technically speaking, you don't have to. But do I recommend it? Absolutely. You can eat more food. And what else would you be doing than going for a walk? Do you know what I'm saying? Or even a little jog. Like, it's better watch TV, right? But I mean, now I'm more focused on the client. So that would be what type of like PT I am, if that makes any sense to you. So it's down to the client. If somebody has a goal that, if a guy has a goal and he wants to get a little leaner, but he wants to put on a bit of muscle, right? That's what we're working for, yeah? So we're designing a program for this type of stuff. And, if a girl just wants to lose weight and she's paralyzed, she just wants to get smaller, she doesn't care about it, she just wants a pound of muscle, then what can we do? I'll go for that. But I guess deep down, I would be more, as a PT, I would always recommend some type of resistance training. I wouldn't want people to rely on cardio too much. And I'll be honest, I need to be honest. Why wouldn't I be honest? I'm not a big fan of this whole fucking HIIT stuff nowadays. I know you do a bit of it, but look, don't hate, okay? It's just my opinion.
Yeah.
I don't think it's wrong. I don't think it's bad, but as you said, what type of PT am I? So that would be it. I think there's a better way to do things that, there's a better bang for your buck, if you like. Yeah, that's the one. That's a good expression. So there's a better way to do this, and a lot more maintainable way to do this. And plus you get much better results than, So I do condone some type of strength training for everyone. Maria, it's good for everyone. Even, people that are old, 60, whatever, like, it's never too late to improve yourself. If I was 70 years of age and someone told me you could improve yourself by doing this, of course I'm going to do it, Do you know what I mean?
And that's the thing. You need to have that mindset in order to, want to do it. And that is, and I enjoy weight training as opposed, and yeah, I do a little bit of HIIT. However, I do HIIT after a weight training. It's an add-on. It's not a full workout. I would never use a HIIT session as a main workout. It would be an add-on to my weight training.
And you enjoy it.
Yeah. And it just wakes me up. Right. Okay.
Seriously, like, I know it sounds like something everyone says, you enjoy it, it's important. No, if you enjoy something, it's actually really important. Yeah. Because consistency is the main thing. No matter what programs, no matter what program people are on, consistency is going to be the main aspect. That's the first thing in place, And then, do you know what I mean? You don't skip the main things, A lot of people do. A lot of people are searching for a new program every 2 weeks. You know what I mean?
And I know that you commented on one about me changing up my program a little bit, which I take all advice. I would never change my weight, kind of. I kind of am consistent every week in what I do with them. However, the likes of the core and stuff like that, I do like to just have a little bit of variety. This goes on to my next question.
Yeah.
When you are in the gym, obviously, like, what type of sessions would you have? Would you have looked with your clients in the gym? Like, what kind of sessions would you have done with the clients?
That's the thing. Like, if you're doing groups, okay, you can be a little limited. and you've seen this. You worked with me for such a long time, so you've seen this firsthand. You can be limited. It's very hard to teach 15 people how to squat and deadlift and to have the equipment, and it becomes like, and many people don't even want that, you know. As a PT, you might know it's the best. They don't, and you know, it's so for group, it is tough. So to do what I think is best for it as a group. Not that we didn't do it. So as you can remember, like I had, like every Friday I would have like a strength conditioning class. I'd call it strength conditioning, right? And that was where we literally, I would get you guys to lift weights. That was my favorite. I used to love training that. And you know, it was, remember the energy, it was kind of calm. And when it's time to go, you go. It's not like pretend. It's like, I know if you're not training hard, you know? And the goal was to always get you guys stronger because I knew you would get more toned. And guys always trained like that. The group of guys that I had 3 times per week, they always trained like that. Maria, they put on muscle. I had pictures and they probably put on muscle. It was very good. The girls, not obviously the ladies, not as much. We did a bit more HIIT stuff like that. But listen, like many people, like a lot of people got great results. We kept putting up before and afters constantly. But yeah, if you were my client, and it depends on your goal, Maria. Like again, it was obviously depend on your goal, but I would always be pushed to do some sort of strength training with my clients. Definitely, I would always recommend it. I would always sit down with you and say, listen, let me tell you about the benefits of strength training before you turn it down. Even if your goal is fat loss, I try and, like, you know, educate you, you know what I mean? Like, kind of, because I want the best obviously for my clients, you know, like, you know, so I would. So yeah, I definitely do mean, now when I say strength training, I don't necessarily mean everyone has to squat, everyone has to deadlift, you know, you're doing 1 rep maxes, you know, and I'm hitting you going, yeah, come on, let's go. No, it's not always like that. It's not like that. But although we did a bit of that as well. But yeah, no, I love it. Yeah, like, so I would always definitely recommend some form of strength training. So when I say strength training, again, it's not just like the big 3 movements of squat, bench, and deadlift. 1 arm row, a 1 arm, say, dumbbell row. Just, you know, it could be a front squat, a goblet squat with a dumbbell. You know, basically, I like to focus on kind of the muscles, hypertrophy. I don't want to use long words to go, oh, he's a personal trainer. He's in hypertrophy. We don't know what that is. Keep it simple.
Terms.
Muscle growth. What?
Put it in layman's terms for the uneducated.
Yeah, but I like to target. I like to target muscles because the amount of, you know, ladies that say, I want to get toned. I want a flat stomach. I want nice legs. I want nice butt, right? But yeah, they're just doing HIIT stuff. I mean, your training is not designed to do that. Like, it's not going to do that because it's not what you're doing. But the thing about the HIIT stuff is it's easy and PTs do it because it's just convenient. You know, 20 people in a room, no equipment, easy money for a PT. That's the secret.
So in regards to some of your training sessions, so obviously the online coaching aspect is something that you're kind of interested in. So in regards to the online coaching, down the line kind of goal that you have, what kind of sessions, what kind of setup would you be giving your clients in regard to working out? Yeah,
so the online coaching. So first of all, let me just say a couple of things here before I get into it. What I have noticed is when I ran the gym, so for those of you who don't know, I ran a gym in the town that I live in. I don't want to name like areas or anything like that. So I ran a gym, and there comes a stage where you become more of a businessman than a personal trainer. You know, and there's nothing you can do about this. You start to lose time. You have no time. Okay, so that was one thing that I was a little disappointed in myself. It was the only way I could maintain the building. The only way I could make profit was, that doesn't mean I was, you know, ripping people off. That's not what I'm getting at. But what I mean is I was losing time. I was focusing more on marketing, sales, because I had no choice. And, you know, you can only do so many PTs. You start to run out of time. So it does happen. You slide into this thing where, like, PTs can only train so many people. And look at it this way. let's say you're training someone a couple of times a week, right? It's quite pricey to do PT for everyone. So what I did find is that a lot of people, they don't stay long enough to get like really good results because it's pricey, you know. And you have to charge for PTs, otherwise you'd be wasting your time, you know, with the overheads and everything else. So that's one aspect of things. And then you get so busy that they come in, they spend an hour with you, right? And then you forget about them. They're gone. And you know, you don't, and that's kind of all they get. And that's great. You training them one-on-one is fucking brilliant, right? But there's more to this. There's a lot more to this. Like getting inside your client's head is more important than you showing them how to bench press. I can guarantee you this. Keeping them in the game longer is more important than a couple of deadly exercises in the next 3 weeks. So where I'm getting at is, obviously the gym had to be shut down. That was because of my landlord. So then I decided to take a break. And obviously now we have this pandemic, and I wouldn't even dream to consider it. Like, I feel sorry for people that have businesses now. I'm actually glad I don't. I got away with it. I got away with this whole thing because I think people are still paying rent and everything, which is insane. You know, like the government say they cover, but they have their ways. They don't cover. Most people, 90% of people, they don't cover. You know, they're really nice on TV. Turn on Bosnian subtitle count. I'll set it up later. So where was I again?
About running a gym.
When online coaching started coming out, I was the first. When it started picking up, right? You probably remember. I was the first that was kind of like, what is this? Like, I'm sure most were. Come on, you're training people online. Like, how are you going to train people from your laptop or from your phone? And so I didn't, you know, I was too busy at my gym. But now that I have time on my hands, you know, I said, so, you know, everyone is doing it. Obviously, it's grabbing my attention. Everyone's doing it. Is it working? So I started looking into it a little bit to see, okay, like, you know, what can I do? Can I actually offer something? Can I get people results? So I started researching, looking into it. And then I came across like apps. And the world we're living in now, there's an app for everything. And it's, you know, and it's just getting good. Like, you can't deny it. Our technology is getting really good. Like, it's helping us, you know. So I started looking into this, looking into that. Next thing is there's a great app where I can add my clients, custom my programs, and give them actual video instructions with writing, check in weekly, give them full like diets, like literally give them a nutrition plan where they know exactly what they're eating, 100%. You know, like it's all like, you know, back in the day, I used to give kind of, do you remember the nutrition plans that I used to give? It was more kind of like paleo, and then I tried to do a fitness pal. People didn't want to track. People used to always say, Adam, just tell me what to eat. I need to know exactly what I need to eat. So with the online coaching now, I can actually do that. Like, it's just easier because I have an app and everything. Do you know what I mean? Where before I would have had to design that with a pen and paper, I guess, at that stage, you know? It would have been much tougher. But now I looked into these great apps, and you can actually design a full-on nutrition, everything, and custom it. So it's not the same for everyone. You know, obviously you can go Zoom with people on video. And I started looking into it, and, you know, I'm confident that you can actually offer a really good service, you know, with stuff.
But this is the world that we're living in now. Everything is online because of what's going on. So everything is online. So this is the world. This is the new now, the new, I suppose, era in regards to, so everything has gone online. So I don't understand why that, you know, people wouldn't be, you know, willing to do it. And as well for people in their own home to train, because like not a lot of people would probably still want to go to a gym after everything that's after, even when the lockdowns are, you know, back up. And I know I'm quite nervous at that as well. So I would be quite happy to do something at home. So I just think
I had a girl come to the gym, right, in a car park once, and then go home and say, sorry, I couldn't do it. Yeah. Like, you know, so absolutely. Yeah. And the amount of people that would just go, listen, it's not for me. Yeah. A lot of people. Yeah. So absolutely, yeah, and they can get results. Yeah. You know, will they get like amazing results like someone who's in the gym? Will they be as toned? You know what I mean? They might, depends on their goal. If someone's goal is to lose fat, yeah, home is perfect. You're fine. You're good. But yeah, so you know, I can use my expertise. So let's say I have a client who has a barbell, right, and a kettlebell. That's all they have. And it's like, it's fun, it's challenging. I can go, right, let me design a program with this. I can recommend things. So you can fully guide them. You know, go, right, would you spend 20 quid on this thing, you know, on this resistance band? We could do this with it, we could do that with it. So, you know, I believe, you know, I'm able to guide people this way, which is really good, you know. I think I'm able to give people more time this, I know I am, more time this way than when I used to be in the gym, where they just do an hour, go, and here I'm worried about my bills and running around, doing groups, and like running a whole gym for, you know, is a big job, like, you know. You do tend to start just turning into an absolute businessman more than a personal trainer. And I got into this to help. I don't like rushing, you know, originally, but like naturally, I mean, I said squeal. That's because my voice is so loud. Maybe thinks it wasn't out today. So I believe the most important thing is, you know, I don't think this is rocket science when it comes to training and all this, right? I don't think it's that hard, but you do need some guidance at the same time. You do need help to do really well. It's challenging. You run into plateaus. It messes with your head. You don't know if you're doing well. You're unsure. Next thing you give up, and even that extra push and stuff. You know, I like, if you were to tell me, right, when I was 22 years of age, Maria, that I could sign up with some experienced personal trainer, right, for say 50 quid a month, right, and they would custom me a training plan for my body, right, change it up every 4 weeks if needed, right, do me 100, like my own nutrition plan, 100% from scratch, talk to me and ask me, hey, do you like you know, this yogurt, or can you eat chicken breast? If not, we can do this. That I'd be able to go on a camera with an experienced personal trainer, and they would take me on and help me and do all this for me for like 50 quid a month. I would have been in. Like like we have. So I think it's a great service, and I didn't come in here to sell this. Like, this is not why we're here. But I guess I might as well, like, you know, explain what it is. Now that you asked me about it.
But that's all it was. It's just because of the fact that, like, you know, every other, you know, there is so many platforms out there and so many online coaching. And as I said, you know, people, as you were saying, that people mightn't train as hard being at home as what they would in the gym. However, if I'm paying for a service, I'm going to make sure that I use that service to the full potential. Does that make sense? Whether I'm at home or whether I'm in the gym, it's not to kind of, you know, promote the whole coaching. I'm just saying that there is areas out there that you can go down a route, and if you don't know, you know, certain techniques or certain movements, and so there is a platform there for everybody. That's all that it was that I was trying to say.
Exactly, and it's affordable. That's the beauty of it. Yeah. It's affordable.
Yeah.
Again, listen, there's no, like, yeah, we're both, like, we're not promoting, but listen, we have to promote it in order to help people. How can we help someone, right, if we don't tell them what we do? You know what I mean? Like, we have no chance. If you just go quite hiding, oh yeah, you know, like, you know, we're giving we're helping here in the group, but obviously there comes a stage where people need a lot more than just, that's very brief what we're doing now. I understand that, but I don't, listen, me and you I don't have the time, like, to, you know, come on, I got 3 kids, a wife, I'm not going to sit there all day and, you know, for free trying to, but as I said, once I get this online coaching launched, which should be probably max 2 weeks now, I think I got a lovely system, and I believe it's just about keeping people kind of in the zone, like keeping them motivated and keeping them on track. And kind of with this thing, you know, there'll be a private Facebook group, so they'll kind of be seeing other clients. The idea is to just keep people engaged, and keep taking over. Where I felt when I used to do the PTs one-on-one, you know, you'd see them 1 hour and stuff, and then you don't see them, you don't know what they're eating and stuff like that. You're not checking. This way, I'd have more time for my clients. So I could sit there weekly checking on every freaking client, you know?
Well, just going back onto that about the group, you know, as you said, you know, you don't have time to be, you know, uploading and stuff like that. Where we do give it that little bit of, you know, we have been uploaded, but that's where it involves everybody on the group. That's why we want to build this community, is to try and get everybody engaged. We're all in this together, you know, that kind of way. If you're on the group, let's involve and let's engage ourselves within the group and the community, and that's my kind of goal. You know, it's not about us just putting up, oh, this is what I had for dinner. We want to hear what everybody is having for. We want to hear suggestions. We want to hear workout suggestions, everything. That's kind of the thing why that, you know, I thought tonight just coming on live was just really beneficial for people to see that, like, there is only 2 of us. We've now nearly 300 members and not even 10% are engaging. So I want to just get a little bit more engagement. And that's all I ask from the...
And I applaud them a lot. Some are engaging, good few are. Yeah. And it's so nice to see. And you guys are helping get other people involved. There's people out there that want to engage, but they're still a little unsure, a little shy. They don't, you know how it is. They don't want to just come out. Maybe they think they're going to ask something stupid or whatever, you know. So you're helping people like this. You're helping them get there before they go, right, I'm getting involved. And guys, you have no idea. Like, you could literally get involved with a message, and next thing is, you know, one thing leads to another, and you get in, you know, you start training and this and that, one thing leads to another, and, you know, you're doing great for yourself, you know. And there is no quick fix. It's not like I can throw something in the group and go, here, you're all sorted now. It doesn't exist. It's not out there. So the best way for us to help you is for me and Maria, or, you know, is for you to ask questions, to get involved. So whatever you're unsure about, whatever you don't know, whatever you're, you know, curious about, you need to come forward with that so we can help you, so you can keep moving forward. Unfortunately, there is no secrets. He's at it again. There's no secrets. So we have to interact. That is the only way that it's going to work. But, you know, I know what you're saying. You're 100% right, Maria. There's enough getting involved for how many's in the group. No, there isn't. But there is a good few. I'm still kind of happy about, you know, like, it's nice to see, you know, people getting involved.
Absolutely, and I totally agree. But as I said, you know, we would just like to see a little bit more engagement from other people. That's all that it is. You know, we're all here, as you said. You don't have the time to be posting stuff. I don't have the time. If we all just kind of got on board maybe a little bit, it would be so much better. You know, so that's all that it is. It's a community that, you know, we want to make sure that, you know, it's supported and stuff. Like, I just think it's a fantastic platform for this time and what's going on, you know, that kind of way, because people can get really, really down, you know
what? Especially this time. Can you believe that we started doing something like this at this time? It was just an accident, I think. It was just kind of, but this is a brilliant time to do something like this, to, you know, be giving people information, trying to motivate them, have a little group. And it really is. This is a shitty time area. Like it really is, you know.
That's the thing. So
they're talking about the lockdown being till what, May, and got like, you know, a lot of people that are, you know, kind of, you know, maybe struggling already, whatever, not feeling great and stuff like that, and feel a little depressed. Like, they're not going to enjoy these times. No one is going to enjoy these times. That's
why then I just wanted to kind of put it up to say, you know, we're here. You're not on your own. That, you know, we're all here.
Tyson, sorry, Kevin. I think Tyson sounds like he says Tyson on the diets. He sounds like he's on the diet. He got his 2 meals. He's a greedy bastard. It's probably because I'm standing next to the fridge, so he probably thinks I'm going to get him food. Whenever he sees me standing next to the fridge, he just like that, staring at me, you know, what's going on. You never told us much about yourself, really. Maybe I'll ask you just like 1 or 2 questions, if you like. There's no rush. Who wants to watch us, go watch us, who doesn't. Are you okay for time?
Me? Yeah.
You're okay for time. If you need to go, you let me know, yeah?
Oh, I'm okay. But we're going to wrap up soon. Yeah, what is it that you want to ask me then?
We're going to wrap up though. No, just I guess because like we haven't really talked about you much really at all. It doesn't have to be long, whatever. But you know, just I guess Anthony, brief. Maybe tell us how did you get into fitness? When did you get into fitness? Why did you get into fitness?
So basically, I had a point in my life where I was just didn't like putting on the size clothes I was wearing. I didn't want to go to a gym because I felt insecure. Well, it would have been about 4 years ago before I joined yours. Your gym was the very first gym that I joined. Okay.
The saver.
My savior. But go.
Yeah, there was a nice definition. But I have nice light. I will admit, I'm using lighting for the definition. It doesn't normally look like that.
Yeah, it's shadows. But
no. Wrinkles. There is.
But that's what I'm saying. So it's like about 4 years ago, I just got into this whole thing where I didn't like looking at myself. I didn't like trying on clothes. You know, I didn't feel confident or comfortable going to a gym. I even when, and I think you hit me up on Facebook, I think it was, and you were promoting yourself. And I just said, you know what, feck it. I'm going to just go and I'm going to give it a shot. And you know, I never kind of looked back. It was you pushed me consistently. I trained nearly 5 days a week between you and Sue. Like, you pushed me consistently, and I enjoyed it, and I learned so much from you. As I said, last year I kind of took a little bit of a hit because I went through a bad phase. So I just thought 2020.
That's right. You were saying last year was like a really bad year for you. Yeah.
So I'm saying this year now, I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to put all that behind me. I want to get myself back to the old me. It's not a new me because it's the old me.
You need to, before we forget, you need to post. I don't know if you see. I'm sure you have it. The before and after that you had when you were in the gym, when you were training with us. Just post that in the group. You know the before and after photo. At some stage, post that in the group so they can see. You know.
I'll have a look. Do I have it? But that's essentially how. And it was just for health reasons as well. And my husband is quite thin, so I was always the chubby wife. So I didn't want to be the chubby wife anymore. So that's why. So I made the change, and I'm so grateful that I tried your gym, Adam, because you were the only one that ever kicked my ass. And
really?
There was a reason why that I got like the member of the year or whatever, because, you know, I did. You know what I mean? You knew that I was going there. I wanted to change. And, you know, and as I said, ever since that, I just, last year, as I said, was a tough year, but I'm back.
Like, were you surprised how well you done during that stage?
Yeah, no, I have to say, like, I didn't expect to see the results that I expected to see, but when I seen them, because, like, you know.
That was maybe a year. It's not like you were training for 5-6 years.
No.
Like, this shit takes time, you know?
I trained, I think I went down like 2 or 3 dress sizes within like 8 months.
Yeah,
do you know what I
just
mean?
look so better, stronger. You start to look, your posture, and
yeah.
You know, so you actually have put on a bit of muscle.
Yeah, I'm trying to get back there. But as I said, you know, I'm doing it now at home. I'm pushing myself, and that's it. And it's just getting back to you know, just getting back into the older habits that I had, you know, with better habits, I suppose. Because as I said, last year was a tough year. So it's just kind of getting past all that. But that's my story.
Yeah, and I was going to ask you. Oh yeah, you started an online nutrition course now. You started today. Yeah, how did that go?
Yeah, it was really, really, really good. I have to say, the online, it's a little bit, you know, I suppose because it's like kind of slides and screen, and you know, that kind of way. It's not a live technology. Yeah, it's not a live session. So no, it was great. I have to say, learning a lot about just the kind of nutritional aspect. That's what I kind of want to learn for myself, and just to know the ins and outs of what is good and what's not. I know what's good and what's not good, but you know, that kind of way, just to refine my knowledge. That's all that it is. But yeah, no, I'm really enjoying it. So I'm back on it tomorrow as well.
That'll be a nice extra for, you know, when it comes to helping people in the group, you know, to get more knowledge on nutrition. People love, nutrition is a huge deal, that plays a huge role.
Yeah.
So, I have a decent, I guess, basic knowledge. I know what I need to know, I guess, but that's a big plus. That will help a lot for the group. It's a big add-on for content, for people to get more out of.
And that's what I'm saying. I'm using this time. I'm out of work now, do you know what I mean, due to COVID. So I'm using this time to better myself and to better my knowledge, so I can kind of give it to others, do you know, that kind of way. So that's my kind of thing. And, I feel that giving to others is more important than anything else, because, people struggle. I've struggled, and I know what it's like to struggle. So it's good to give.
It's what we're designed to do. We're designed to help people.
Yeah.
That's what humans are designed to do, like literally.
Yeah.
So like most people feel great when they help. How many times have you seen someone do something for you and they look happy when they're doing it?
Yeah.
Like how many times have you experienced this when someone does something for you and they are delighted that they helped you?
Yeah.
It is a real thing. That's why I'm doing this as well. If I am going to do something for a living, wouldn't it be great for it to be something that I love, something that I actually freaking enjoy. So it's not that I, if possible. So yeah. So I think for the first time that will do. It's long enough. Would you agree?
We agree. Well, I hope everybody enjoyed it. I know there was a few technical glitches, and Maria was like, don't know what Maria was doing. But there is a few questions there, Adam, if you want to just go back through the questions there, just to kind of give a little bit of shout-out.
Good hosting there. Is that a word? Hosting. Yeah, good one. I almost forgot. It can be hard to see this. I don't know if Kevin's, there's a good few have left at this stage because it's like 20 past, way past their bedtime. But it's good to see so many people watching. Yeah. Okay, so let me get into a few here. I have another phone here. Okay, so not too many questions. Respect from Sarajevo. What about me, Denmark? Let me see. Dyson. Yeah, so Jocelyn says, yeah, well done. Once we got in, that was about, I guess, 50 minutes ago. So we weren't been on that long. We just talked quick. Dyson. Respect from Sarajevo, Kevin. What about me, Denmark? My cousin Elmi, Alish, Andy. Hope you gave Maria a prize. Looks great, guys. You're doing great. Yeah, you're doing great. Thanks, Overdina. We appreciate that. Good man, Adam Zico. Good man, Zico. Nice haircuts on this lockdown, bro. Cheers, Zico. I'm not gonna say who my barber is, because you know what I mean. I don't want anyone getting arrested or anything like that. So we keep it this one in the low, right? But I know a few people that know a few people. Let's. It feels like you're buying cocaine and you're getting a haircut nowadays. Can you give any advice? Now, here's a question. Can you give any advice from Sanada Walsh? Can you give any advice on slow metabolism and how to improve that? Really good question, yeah, on slow metabolism, how to improve that. So, yeah, there's a bunch of ways you can improve your metabolism, and it's just by getting healthier overall. So, like, your metabolism can slow down. You know, the more body fat you have, the less active you are. Just to kind of, like, you know, definitely the less active you are, 100%, the metabolism will slow down. So especially when you're doing stuff like resistance training, that actually speeds up your metabolism a lot. Cardio as well, but not as effective, nowhere close. There was some research done on this. Like when you do cardio, like an hour after max your metabolism, it doesn't really affect it much, kind of more than that, if you like. But when you're resistance training, like lifting weights, or it could be body weight, that speeds up your metabolism a lot. And the healthier you are, the more muscle you have on your frame, the less body fat you have on your frame, the more active you are, the healthier you are, the happier you are, the sleep well, hydrate well. I haven't said this enough, because we don't go live all the time. Get all these things in, and your metabolism will speed up. Absolutely, especially sleep. Oh, guys, if you're not sleeping, I'm telling you, I'm not even joking. The amount of people that still don't kind of understand how important this is, you know? Like sleep. If you sleep 5 hours, 6 hours a night, you're fucking yourself up. You really are. Like, you know, it's hard to lose weight if you're not sleeping well. So I would say, I'm no expert when it comes to sleep, but I'd say for most people, aim to get minimum 7 hours, 7 to 8, at least 7 hours. This is hugely important. Prioritize sleep. You know, not what me and Maria are doing tonight, but, you know, because it's Friday night, but prioritize sleep. What? So, nice question. Thanks, Sonata. Nice one. Audrey. Oh, Audrey, nice to hear from you. Audrey's one of my older clients as well. She done good as well. Great start. Is it all about the calorie counted diet? I'm in slimming world and the scales ain't moving. What's wrong with him? What does he want? He had his meals. Maybe a slap. But we won't do this on the camera. We do this in private. Anyways, slimming world and the scales ain't moving. Should I go back to weights? I'm losing. Should I go back to weights? I'm losing inches. Right. So you're losing inches, Audrey, are you? At the end, you're right. So if you're losing inches, you're losing fat. So that's excellent. So don't worry about the scale then. You're asking, are we all about a calorie counting? No, we're not. We're not about calorie counting. Okay, you don't need to count your calories. We're all about helping. Okay, and we're all about helping. We just have certain things that we recommend. You know, that we recommend, but you don't have to do it. You know. When it comes to fat loss, there's no doubt that, you know, listen, it's scientifically proven. Like it's 100% down to calories in, calories out, calories in, calories out. Right. So therefore, calories is the most important thing for you to burn fat. That's it. So if I want to help you, how can I tell you otherwise? What am I to say to you? You know, so I just want you guys to understand that it's not like I'm not biased. Oh, this is my way, but I'm just trying to help. You know, calories is everything. So if you're willing to track your calories, you're going to get results. So we have no question after that. It's guaranteed. This is why it's so important to track calories if you really want results. Because if you don't track, it's so easy to overeat, and you could be trying to lose weight, but you're not losing weight. And also, there's so much great about tracking calories. I know it's a pain in the ass logging things and all that. I understand that, right? Especially starting off, but it does get a lot easier. But the really good thing about tracking calories, once you get the hang of it and stuff like that, listen, you have to have the right mindset to obviously to be doing this. I get it. But the really cool thing about it is that you can have different foods. You don't have to. The amount of people that I see, I drop bread, I drop rice, I drop. Are you going to live like that for the rest of your life? No. So you're going to gain the weight back. You see where I'm going with this? You need to learn what food is. MyFitnessPal is good for. Sorry, I have to move it to find out for tracking. Yeah, MyFitnessPal, definitely, it's brilliant. So you need to learn what food is. You need to learn how much food your body can eat in a day and not get fat. So I don't buy that there's any other way, any better way to learn that than to track. Because when you're tracking, you get to learn how many calories, how much carbs, how much fats, and then you could even say track for a few months, get results. And then you could actually stop tracking. You don't have to be crazy like me to track for the rest of your life. You can actually stop tracking. You will learn. You will learn then. But the good news is, you still there, Maria, or you frozen? Are you there? The good news is you'll learn and you'll know a lot about nutrition. Like, it'll educate you. So, yeah, that's that. And with my online coaching thing, I will be giving... Yeah, like meal plans will be straightforward. So you know, whoever does this, you know, whoever kind of signs up will get it, and you won't be kind of left on your own where you have to do your own food. If you get me, I don't just give you macros. I don't just say, look, here's FitnessPal, you put in whatever and get these numbers. I won't do that. I'll give you the exact food, okay, for maybe 4 weeks, and then we can change it up after if you feel that you'd like a change. Obviously, you will. So. Okay, I hope that answers that. Let's go really quickly.
Definitely something to think about is to do the online coaching if she is kind of doing the slimming world and she's still not getting the results that she wants. So maybe it's just an extra thing that she might be interested in, but definitely give it a thought. So, Karen Doyle Sherry, when you are going walking every day, is it better to do a bit of running as well, Adam?
Did you skip out or did you go in order?
No, I went in order.
All right, sorry. I'm very artistic. Everything has to be on point. Go again. I apologize. I didn't hear. Apologize. Go again.
Sorry. When you are going walking every day, is it better to do a bit of running as well? That's from Karen.
Did I press something? This is zooming in. Have you noticed that I'm zooming in?
I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah. I must have pressed something. I definitely am zooming in. That's so strange. Anyways, I'll stay here. I'm definitely, I'm just getting bigger on the camera. So something was pressed by accident. Right.
Sorry, did you get that question?
I apologize. I was, look, wait, this must be touching something. 1 second. This is so weird. Yeah, I thought so. Yeah. It was touching this thing. I was zooming in. That was so strange. My head just kept getting bigger on the camera, and I was like, "What the hell's going on?"
That's just your head getting bigger, in any way. So we'll just bypass that. So, in any way, when you are going walking every day, when you are going walking every day, is it better to do a bit of running as well? Karen wants to know.
Is it better to do a bit of running as well? It depends, and I like saying depends because it does depend, and we need to get into everything stuff that matters, Like if you have, say, some underlying injuries and stuff like that. Let's say you got a bad lower back, maybe a knee, right? And then you're running. It's kind of more high intensity stuff, and it's not something that's maintainable. You could easily tweak something, right? And then be kind of in a bit of pain, injured. So like you pick activity that you feel suits you long term, something that you can do long term. Will it help you burn more calories? Yes. So if your goal is to burn body fat off, it could be very beneficial. Yes, absolutely. Maybe run for 15-20 minutes, work it up. Maybe start off 3 times a week, 10-15 minutes. Then next week add 5 minutes. Increments. Increments work really well. They kind of give you an extra every week. You know what I mean? So you can kind of you burn more calories every week as well. So I mean, if you really enjoy it and you have no underlying issues, like you have no real injuries or anything like that, you like running, yeah, it's good. It's definitely, and your goal is fat loss, or even just to maintain and to be able to eat more food. Yeah, I recommend it. I just wouldn't go mad with it. I like so that you can't maintain it if you get. I wouldn't run, say, 4 or 5 times a week for an hour, but you're not going to do it maybe this week, and then you're not going to be doing it after. I'm a big fan of maintaining something, and then only improving as you go, if that makes sense. So no harm if you like it. Run. It's healthy. Of course it's healthy. It's great for the heart as well, and your lungs, and it's also great. It's not just fat loss. There's other health factors. That we need to look at as well. And you do feel great. You feel amazing after running, actually. Right? So I know why runners like running. It does. I used to play football. It feels amazing when you run around, and after you're just like, you feel great, endorphins. It's a nice feeling. Any more, Maria?
Yeah, hang on 1 second. And Karen as well, especially with you after giving up the cigarettes, because I know that you've given up the cigarettes on the new year. So your breathing should be a little bit more better, right, Adam, to kind of get up that little bit of running as well for her. Yeah,
definitely. It depends, depends where you're at in, with your fitness. If your fitness is really bad, I don't even know, I haven't even actually seen, but regardless, in general, if your fitness is not great at all, start off nice and easy. What I like to do with running is, this is the way this is something you could play with, right? We're on for 2 minutes. Listen, it's not all about run, kill yourself, run, come on, don't give up. It doesn't work like that. Don't give up, go. It doesn't. It's not always the way forward. I know we have this hardcore, don't give up. I get this. Trust me, I get it more than anyone. But it's not all about this. It's not. You don't have to kill yourself to do cardio. That's what I'm saying. And to lose fat, you don't have to. Great news. Okay, you don't. it's not a huge challenge. You don't need to go out and, you know, come home like dead. You don't need to do that. So you know, something that I think would work decent, like run for a really slight jog, right, for say a minute, then walk for a minute. Jog, slight jog, right, for a minute, walk for a minute. Repeat this 5 times, you're looking at what, 10 minutes. Next week, maybe repeat 6 times, add maybe 10%. And then after, maybe you could run for 2 minutes, walk for 1 minute. Intervals. I'm a big fan of intervals. I think it actually works great. It kind of preserves your muscle as well. Kind of us guys that like to get stronger and, you know, and build muscle. But we can be a bit scared to run a lot, so we can burn off muscle. You won't burn off muscle. It's not true. But I mean, there can't be a situation, you know, where you're telling your body to do 2 different things. So in regards to muscle growth, it is good to not go crazy on cardio, 100%. But in general, you're fine. You're safe. Definitely try the intervals. 1 minute jog, 1 minute walk. So when you're jogging, your heart rate goes up, then 1 minute walk. Just take it easy. Settle back down. Let your heart rate come back down. Nice deep breaths. Look around somewhere on the field. People think you're crazy. And then you go again.
Perfect.
Is there any more?
Audrey is after sending in another one. I'm walking every day and the weight is a maintain on the scales.
That's why we're all about track. No, I'm only joking. I don't know. There's so much that I don't know. Is that all she said?
See, this is Audrey that sent in about the slimming world and about the calorie counting.
But I think she said that she's losing inches from what I read.
Yeah, I think, yeah, it should. I go back to weight as I'm losing inches, but then I'm walking every day and the weight is a maintain on the scales. It's maintaining on the scales. I think you should probably even touch base with Audrey privately, because I'm not understanding really her. Because I think there's a bit of confusion there. So maybe you could just face with Audrey privately, if that would be better.
Yeah, I get you. You're right. But there's a bunch of different reasons why, you know. And even when it comes to weight loss, Maria, you don't lose weight. You don't lose fat every week. Believe it or not, like that can happen. That can happen from the start. But if only I lost fat every week, I'd be shredded standing here right now. But I'm not. Which is why I don't do topless. Which is why I need my best lighting for the topless photos, and I still don't look shredded. No, but I like wherever I'm at now, I want to be able to be like this, to live like this, to be happy like this. Which is why I don't actually go for 0% body fat. I don't want to like kill myself. But my point is, you're not gonna lose fat every week even. You know, body is a strange machine. It's a strange thing. Like, it likes to slow down, stop, and then sometimes you go 2 weeks and then bang, you lose a kilo, and you're like, what the fuck is this? It's art. Like, there's a bit more to it. It's not that straightforward. You eat this, and you know, and then you have to kind of, you know, like Audrey, you could have started with a certain diet that you lost weight on, and now you need to maybe adjust things. As Maria said, I'll get in touch and with you. Actually, I'll and find out what's going on. I need to know more in order to give you proper advice.
Yeah, definitely. Because I think I'm even reading it a little bit off, so I'm not too sure. So I definitely think touch base with her privately. But I think that's everything. That's everything. And yeah, Andy, my fitness pal is good for tracking as well. I do agree with that. So the fitness pal for me. Sorry, Andy just said that his fitness pal is good for tracking. But definitely for me, I'm tracking my calories now, which I've never done before, and I find it great. So thanks for the recommendation on that, Adam, because it was actually you that recommended for me.
It was years back when a fella told me, a fella that was in a great shape. I don't want to say his name. We're not friends anymore. Fuck him.
No, we'll leave it there. We'll leave it there. Okay.
Well, so I just want to say, it was years ago he recommended, he said, look, mate, just start tracking calories. He goes, just start tracking calories. And I was kind of stuck at a certain, you know, body fat. And as soon as I started tracking, it was just constant progress. You know, if I wanted, I could keep going, because you have it there. It's a full plan. You know, you're not playing with anything anymore. You know what you're eating. It's hard to know how much food we need to eat. And imagine thinking about this. Oh, should I have this? Should I not? Will I still lose fat? It's okay for maintenance, but if you're looking for results, guessing all the time how much you're eating. The stress alone, the stress, you know, your cortisol will be like this. So the stress won't let you burn body fat either. So you want to close it off. You got something for us to close it off?
I'm just saying, have you got anything else for the group tonight? I just want to thank everybody that got involved tonight. I know it went on probably a little bit longer and the whole glitches, which hopefully won't happen again, Adam.
Yeah. It was you who didn't accept for ages. I sent you a request.
So anyway, go back from that. But is there anything else you'd like to add to the group tonight?
That's about it. This clip, I'll probably post this on YouTube as well. So, you know, guys, make sure, like, subscribe to the YouTube channel, Adam PT. So for you guys in the group that are watching this, I know that a good few are not subscribed. So please go ahead and support the brother here. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. And then the guys from YouTube, join Adam PT Academy. And I'll try and link the group below for you underneath.